Chapter 9. The concept of Chi in Igbo Cosmology. Onye Chi. Chi is a multifaceted force and concept that permeates all aspects of existence in Igbo Cosmology. It is both complex and simple, as it is a force that embodies the essence of life and destiny for every individual and everything in nature. To truly understand Chi is to gain insight into the core of Igbo spiritual beliefs and practices. At its core, Chi is the personal life force and spirit of every individual. It is a person's internal divinity, the divine essence within everyone and everything. This concept is not limited to humans. Everything in nature has a Chi, giving meaning and purpose to its existence. Chi is the unique yet widespread element that connects all of creation. In Igbo spirituality, a person's essential life force is their Chi, which is also intertwined with their Reincarnator, Onye Uwa, making their Onye Uwa an indistinguishable part of their Chi and an integral aspect of their spiritual identity. Additionally, the market day, that is, Eke, Orie, Afo, Nkwo, which a person is born on, and their Agwu, spiritual calling, are crucial components of their Chi, reflecting the deep connection between their life force and their spiritual journey. Chi as a personal entity. Each person's Chi is unique, serving as their personal force, spirit, and guide. Chi is the element that shapes our destiny, determines our purpose, and influences each person's path in life. Chi as the initiating force. Chi is the spark that animates existence, initiating and driving life both within and all around us. It is the highest form of knowledge accessible to each person and the embodiment of each person's higher self. Chi and duality. Chi is one side of a duality of life as it is in the universe, with Eke being the other aspect. This principle of duality is central to Igbo cosmology, as it represents the balance and interplay between different aspects of existence. Chi, spirit. The initiating and animating force existing within the realm of potentiality and possibility. Eke, matter. The reality, the effect, and the manifestation of Chi's energy in the physical world. Within the realm Chi occupies, everything is in a state of potentiality, while within the realm of Eke, everything is in a state of actualization. The role of Chi in life. Chi plays a pivotal role in every aspect of life, from birth to death and everything in between. It is the force that drives destiny, and it is equally the catalyst for both good and bad events in a person's life. Destiny and purpose. Your Chi determines why you are here and how you came to be. It controls the timing of your birth and death, and the events that shape your life. Communication with Chi. In Odinani, Chi is the first force which a person prays or communicates their heart desires to. All communications from other spiritual forces must pass through one's Chi to reach the individual. Obi Chi, the sacred space. Obi Chi is a dedicated space for communicating with one's Chi. This sacred space, which can be as simple as an altar, evolves as a person grows. It is a focal point for meditation, prayer, and spiritual alignment, ensuring that one has a direct connection with their Chi or a space to honor it. Alignment with Chi. When a person is in proper alignment with their Chi, their creativity and life force flows effortlessly. This alignment is very important for achieving one's highest potential and living a balanced life. This is why in Odinani, the event that takes the most priority when a person is finding their way back to the ancestral path is being in alignment with their Chi. Chi is described as a personal spiritual force or guardian spirit in Igbo cosmology. It is the divine spark within each individual, a unique aspect of the Creator, Nechukwu, that guides and influences one's destiny. The concept of Chi integrates multiple aspects of existence. It is the life force of source energy that permeates all things in the spiritual and material worlds. To be aligned with this energy is to be at peace with one's self. Receiving messages from Chi. There are several ways to receive messages and guidance from one's Chi. Some of them include dreams, usually seen as a direct line of communication with the spiritual realm. Divination, using traditional or contemporary methods to interpret the will and guidance of Chi. Intuition, trusting the inner voice and feelings that come from deep within. Meditation, quieting the mind to connect more deeply with Chi and receive insights. Chi in names and culture. The importance of Chi is reflected in many Igbo names, which usually include Chi to signify the divine connection and guidance in an individual's life. This cultural practice underscores the significance of Chi in shaping identity and destiny. There are so many examples of these kinds of names, ranging from Onyekachi, Chidimma, Chidebere, Chinonso, Chinalumogwu, Chika, Chioma, Chizaram, Chikeluba, Odinakachi, and so many more. Igbo Proverbs on Chi. There are also many notable Igbo proverbs related to Chi. Let's mention a few. Chi onye adịghị n'ezu, ihe anaghị eme ya. A person whose Chi did not conspire against them has no reason to fear anything. Mmadụ anaghị akarị chi ya. A person cannot be greater than their Chi. Mmadụ bụ chi ibe ya. Humans are Chi, destiny helpers to each other. Onye kwe, chi ya ekwe. When a person makes up their mind on anything, their Chi will be in agreement. Onye buru chi ụzọ, ọgbagba onwe ya n'ọsọ. Anyone who tries to overtake their Chi will outrun themselves. Onye chi ya akwatụghị, enweghị ihe na-eme ya. One who their Chi did not pull down will remain unharmed. Ụwa bụ afịa, onye zụsịa, ọ nakwụlụ chi. The world is a grand market. After trading, one returns to Chi. Chi in Igbo cosmology is the very essence of life and existence. It represents the interdimensional and intricate connection of all things, the balance between potential and manifestation, and the guiding force behind each person's destiny. Understanding and aligning with one's Chi is important for living a fulfilled and purposeful life. Through dreams, intuition, divination, and meditation, one can receive guidance and maintain a harmonious relationship with their Chi, ensuring a life of balance, creativity, and spiritual fulfillment. Chi is the cosmic signature of our Creator in all things. Chi as a multi-dimensional force. In Odinani, the concept of Chi encompasses multiple layers of existence and influence. Chi plays a pivotal role in the life of every individual. Understanding Chi in its various multidimensional forms helps one connect deeply with the spiritual essence and navigate their life journey with great insight and purpose. In this section, let's discuss Chi as a life force, spiritual calling, energy of the market day of birth, Reincarnator, and divine force in flesh. Chi as a life force. At its core, Chi is a life force that animates and sustains every living being. It is the essence that connects each person to their greater cosmos, ensuring that one's spiritual and physical aspects are in harmony. This life force is believed to influence one's health, vitality, and overall physical as well as spiritual well-being, making it crucial to maintain a strong and positive connection with one's Chi. Chi as Agwu, spiritual calling. Chi also manifests as Agwu, the spiritual calling or innate gifts that each person possesses. This aspect of Chi is linked to one's purpose, destiny, and talents, It guides each person towards fulfilling their unique roles in life. Recognizing and being in alignment with one's Agwu is essential to personal growth and spiritual fulfillment, as it aligns and synchronizes one's actions with their divine mission. Chi as the energy of market day. In Igbo culture, the market day one is born on, Eke, Orie, Afo, or Nkwo, has a significant influence on their chi. Each market day carries specific energies and attributes that shape an individual's character and destiny. Understanding the energy associated with one's market day helps in harnessing these attributes positively and navigating life's challenges effectively. For example, those born on Orie can choose to do most of their spiritual practices on that day, etc. Chi as Onye Uwa, Reincarnator. Chi as Onye Uwa pertains to the concept of reincarnation. It reflects the belief that the soul undergoes multiple lifetimes, each influenced by the lessons and experiences of previous incarnations. This aspect of Chi symbolizes the continuity of the soul's journey and the accumulation of spiritual wisdom across lifetimes. In Igbo spirituality, one's Chi is also ingrained with their reincarnator known as Onye Uwa. This aspect of reincarnation helps in understanding recurring patterns and challenges one is bound to face or confront, offering insight for personal and spiritual development. Recognizing your Onye Uwa can help expose and identify how it affects your current life. Reflect on patterns, challenges, and strengths that seem to recur in your life, as these may be linked to past lives. Seeking spiritual guidance and performing rituals available in Odinani can help address unresolved issues from previous incarnations and move forward on your spiritual journey. Chi as Eke, the dual part of manifest reality, divine force in manifestation. Chi as Eke represents the dual nature of manifest reality, where the divine force is embodied in physical form. This dimension of Chi acknowledges that the divine presence exists within each person, making every person a reflection of the Creator. Recognizing Chi as Eke involves recognizing one's inherent divinity and striving to continuously manifest it through righteous actions and spiritual growth. Practical ways to communicate with Chi. Connecting with one's Chi requires conscious efforts and spiritual practices. Let's consider some practical steps to establish and strengthen this connection. Alignment ritual. Conduct an alignment ritual to connect with your Chi. This could simply be using any of the natural elements like water or earth, or other tools to call on your Chi and ritually accept its existence in your life. Daily Igbo Mo and meditations. Set aside time each day to communicate with your Chi through Igbo Mo and meditations. Make seeking guidance and clarity from your Chi a habit. Libations and acknowledgement. Perform regular libations. This can be done with water, and offer symbolic acknowledgements to honor your Chi. Ritual cleansings. Engage in spiritual cleansing rituals to remove negative energies and enhance your connection with your Chi. Journaling and reflection. Keep a journal to document your thoughts, dreams, and spiritual experiences to help you discern messages from your Chi. Seek guidance from elders and priests. Consult with knowledgeable elders and spiritual practitioners who can provide insights and rituals on how to deepen your connection with your Chi. Divination. Use of personal divination methods such as pendulum divination and kola nut divination can be a way to communicate directly with one's Chi. Use of general specific divinations through diviners can also be another way to hear from your Chi. Chi is a multi-dimensional force that encompasses various aspects of life and spirituality in Igbo cosmology. Understanding and connecting with your Chi in its different dimensions as a life force, spiritual calling, market day energy, Reincarnator, and divine force in flesh can improve your spiritual practices and lead a more fulfilled and purposeful life. Onye Uwa, the role of a reincarnator. In Odinani, the concept of reincarnation is integral to understanding the cycle of life and death. The presence of Onye Uwa is central to this belief, as it refers to the reincarnator who embodies the continuous journey of a soul through various lifetimes. Onye Uwa, referring to a reincarnating spirit that serves as a guide for each person in their current lifetime, is equally an intricate aspect of a person's chi in Odinani. Reincarnation, Ilowa or Inowa, is the belief in Igbo culture in the rebirth of a soul into a new body after death. It is a belief which has fascinated humanity for centuries. In ancient times, Igbo ancestors, Ndushiegede or Ndakulolobi, developed various methods to identify individuals believed to be reincarnated souls. Those reincarnated souls were known as Chiuwa or Onye Uwa. We will explore some of the techniques they used for this discovery later on in this chapter. The concept of reincarnation suggests that souls may experience multiple lifetimes, each contributing to their spiritual growth and evolution. Reincarnators are usually regarded with reverence and curiosity in Igbo culture, as their existence embodies the belief in the eternal cycle of life and death, which also implies that their very existence can interfere with the life of a person in the present. Onye Loluwa, which loosely translates to one who returns to the world, refers to a soul that reincarnates into the physical world after death. This belief is rooted in the Igbo view that life is cyclical and death is merely a transition rather than a final end. Onye Uwa plays an important role in maintaining the continuity of this cycle, carrying forward the legacy, wisdom, and unfinished business of past lives into the current one. In Igbo Cosmology, life and death are seen as continuous and cyclical processes, where each life phase has immense spiritual significance. Onye Uwa, as a reincarnating spirit, is central to this cycle, as it ensures the knowledge and spiritual lessons are passed down through generations. This cyclical process is believed to support the spiritual evolution of the soul and the collective wisdom of the community. Roles and responsibilities of Onye Uwa. Spiritual continuity. Onye Uwa bridges past and present lives, bringing forth knowledge and spiritual insight that have been accumulated over multiple lifetimes. This continuity is important for the spiritual health and identity of the community, as it strengthens the link between ancestors and current generations. Karmic resolution. One of the fundamental roles of Onye Uwa is to resolve karmic debts from previous lives. This involves correcting past mistakes and fulfilling unmet obligations, which is believed to purify the soul and advance its spiritual progress. Cultural preservation. Through the process of reincarnation, Onye Uwa contributes to the preservation of cultural values, traditions, and practices. The reincarnator ensures that cultural heritage is maintained and adapted appropriately across generations by embodying the spirits of ancestors. Mediation between worlds. Onye Uwa acts as a mediator between the spiritual and physical world. This role is important during community rituals and private spiritual practices where the guidance of ancestors is sought after. Guidance. Onye Uwa serves as a spiritual guide, using deep ancestral knowledge and experience to advise the person it is assigned to. This guidance is particularly important in helping us understand complex life situations, interpret spiritual signs, and make decisions that align with both their personal destiny and communal responsibility. Signs and recognition of Onye Uwa. Identifying a reincarnator or Onye Uwa within the community typically involves recognizing certain signs and characteristics, that indicate a deep spiritual connection or resemblance to known ancestors. These may include physical resemblance. Striking physical similarities to a deceased relative can be a sign of reincarnation. This can include birthmarks. Behavioral traits. Exhibiting behaviors, skills, or preferences that closely mirror those of departed family members. Spiritual signs. Experiencing dreams or visions related to past lives or having the innate understanding of certain spiritual truths and practices. While traditional beliefs in reincarnation remain strong, contemporary interpretations of Onye Uwa also consider psychological and metaphorical dimensions of reincarnation. For some, the concept of Onye Uwa symbolizes the psychological imprint of ancestors on one's personality, rather than a literal reincarnation. While for others, the concept of Onye Uwa can barely be distinguished from the concept of Chi. The modern view, which combines both views, can allow people to explore the influence of genetic memory and familial traits on their personal and spiritual development. The concept of Onye Uwa in Odinani offers a nuanced view of life, death, and rebirth. It underscores the connection between all phases of life, the importance of fulfilling one's duties, and the value of ancestral wisdom. Onye Uwa enriches the Igbo understanding of the soul's journey and highlights the immense impact of ancestral heritage on living communities. This belief not only deepens the spiritual life of Igbo people, but also provides a broader perspective on the cycles of life that resonates universally across different cultures and beliefs. 4 ancient techniques used in discovering Onye Uwa. Number 1. Birthmarks and body scars. Ancient Igbo ancestors observed birthmarks or body scars as potential indicators of reincarnation. These physical markings were believed to be remnants of past lives, serving as clues to the identity of the reincarnated soul. However, the prevalence of mortuary practices in modern times in Igbo land has influenced this belief or process, as it has become known by Dibias who interrogate such phenomena that embalming or cosmetic procedures done on a corpse can alter or conceal such markings. Despite this, birthmarks and scars remain significant symbols when searching for clues around a person's Chi, as they can still offer glimpses into the soul's journey from the previous life into the current one. In some cases, like with certain Ogbanje children, body scars are inflicted intentionally to leave a trace to identify the soul when it returns to the same family. Number 2. Afa divination and maternal instinct. Divination always plays a crucial role in identifying Chi in ancient Igbo societies. Specific kinds of divination practices such as Igba Afa were used to communicate with the spiritual realm and seek guidance on matters of reincarnation. Diviners, Dibia Afa, would consult the oracle before or after the birth of a child, interpreting signs and omens to determine if the newborn possessed the soul of a previous individual from within or outside the lineage. Additionally, the mother's intuition and connection to the unborn child was highly regarded and valued, as mothers were believed to be able to have more insights than anyone else into the reincarnated soul's identity. Number 3. Promises made before death. In Igbo culture, it is common for people, especially elders, to make promises or declarations before their death regarding their reincarnation. These premonitions were taken seriously by the community in the past and served as indicators of future rebirth. Family members or close associates would recall those promises and actively seek out the reincarnated person, guided by the belief that the soul would fulfill the pledge in the next life. Number 4. Calling out through the sun. Ancient Igbo tradition also used the sun, Anyanwu Tutu, as a means of summoning a person's chi or Onye Uwa to identify itself. It was believed that the soul of the deceased could communicate through the energy of the sun when summoned in the right way, guiding loved ones to its reincarnated form or revealing itself to the person the soul is joined with. This spiritual connection with the sun goes to show the belief in Igbo cosmology that the sun as a living being serves as a portal or channel into the spirit realm. Some basic rules regarding Onye Uwa in Igbo communities. The person embodying an Onye Uwa is advised to avoid looking into or discussing the circumstances of their previous life's death, particularly if it was unnatural. The person embodying an Onye Uwa must refrain from attending or partaking in the burial rituals of their Onye Uwa or those with whom they share the same reincarnator, in cases where that applies. The person embodying an Onye Uwa should not be shown or allowed to visit the burial site of their predecessor. To ensure a smoother and more prosperous life, the person embodying an Onye Uwa should steer clear of the taboos and practices their predecessor avoided, especially if their Onye Uwa held a respected or titled position before death. Beliefs about people having multiple or shared Onye Uwa vary among Igbo community. While some communities believe in shared reincarnators, others dismiss this notion entirely. In rare instances, one person may even be associated with more than one Onye Uwa. In ancient Igbo culture, identifying a person's reincarnator was very important as it offered valuable insight into their karmic path in this lifetime. This knowledge enabled families and communities to support the person in fulfilling their destinies and provided clarity on the various personalities such a person might exhibit involuntarily. This was why the primary rule and priority for any newborn child was to ascertain their origin or spiritual lineage. In conclusion, the discovery of Chi Uwa or Onye Uwa by Igbo ancestors in ancient times was a sacred process rooted in Odinani. The goal of recalling these 4 fascinating methods in this section is so we can all gain more insight into the deep reverence and understanding our ancestors held for the mysteries of life and death. While modern perspectives may differ, the legacy of the ancient practices continue to inspire curiosity and they remain relevant to fully realizing the eternal journey of the human soul. 5 ways you can recharge your chi energy. Number 1. Breath control. Deep conscious breathing. Deep conscious breathing involves taking slow, deep breaths, engaging the abdominal muscles and diaphragm to breathe instead of shallow chest breathing. It is a mindful exercise that allows for better oxygen supply to the tissues and cells in our bodies, leading to increased energy and vitality in our life force. We can practice deep conscious breathing anywhere. All it takes is becoming conscious of our breathing and taking mindful control of that process from time to time. It is better still to dedicate a separate amount of time, preferably some quiet time, when one can focus solely on this exercise and mentally focus mainly on this idea of recharging chi energy with life, while taking conscious deep breaths. This practice can equally be used as a therapeutic approach to improve one's health and well-being. Number 2. Early morning sun baths. Anyanwụ ụtụtụ, early morning sunlight, or the rising sun, in Igbo spirituality, is believed to have a powerful spiritual energy that can help balance the energy centers within the human being. Anyanwụ ụtụtụ refers to sunshine that illuminates the world in the early hours of the morning up until midday, noon. It is a significant aspect of Igbo spirituality and culture, representing the spiritual power and beauty of the sun, as well as its life-giving and sustaining force as a natural element. Early morning sunbathing has been present as an ancient indigenous wellness practice, especially when it comes to the idea of feeding or revitalizing one's chi with energy source. Within Odinani, it entails the practitioner covering their skin with unzu powder and sitting under the early morning sun for a couple of minutes in mindful meditation as a way to revive and recharge one's inner self as well as higher self. In addition to its spiritual significance, early morning sunbathing has several physical health benefits, including getting a daily dose of vitamin D, improving skin health, boosting mood, and strengthening bones and the immune system. It is important to note that sunbathing should be done properly by avoiding prolonged exposure during peak hours to prevent skin damage and other health risks. This is why Anyanwụ Ụtụtụ, early morning sun, is specifically recommended for the practice and not the sunshine available in the course of the whole day. Number 3. Chanting and incantations. Chanting is a spiritual practice that involves rhythmic, repetitive singing or speaking of sounds and phrases either vocally or mentally, while incantations are a spiritual practice that involves the use of rhythmically organized words of power that are chanted, spoken, or written to accomplish a desired goal by binding spiritual powers to act in a favorable way. They both involve rhythmic use of words in a language to cause energy to move in our favor. The right combination of words in a ritualistic and rhythmic fashion channel towards revitalizing one's chi by calling upon Ezumezu Mmụọ, collective of spirit guides, including natural elements, to help achieve that goal can be used as an effective way to revitalize one's chi. Number 4. Ritual way of offerings. This method is largely based on cultural context. Each indigenous community, even within Igbo society, have different centralized ways to ritually feed a person's life force, their chi. Cultural context refers to the social and cultural environment in which a person's life, including their values, beliefs, customs, and language that shape their experiences, as well as their behaviors and realities, are formed. It is a framework that provides meaning and context to the communication and interaction of humans within a specific region with the abstract, that's unseen forces, that affect the environment directly as a result of their collective agreement or covenants, or that of their progenitors, with those forces as it impacts their lives. It can unconsciously influence how people perceive or respond to different situations, including the tools or specific methods they engage to execute spiritual practices. It is the reason why a tool might work for one person within a culture and not work for someone else. With this said, there are some general ritualistic ways within Odinani to feed one's chi, which involve the use of a part of a sacred plant. Example, the Ogilishi plant, either a branch or its leaf. Using it as an external contact to call on one's chi and serving whatever follows on its surface. Example, presenting unzu, sacred white chalk, oji, kola nut, mmanya, drinks, nchwaja, sacrifice with animal form of life or regular food or fruit offerings, to one's chi as a way to feed it with cosmic energy. Number 5. Taking good care of mind and body. Being intentional about nourishment, watching what one feeds their mind and body, can be a good active way of recharging one's life force. One of the best ways to feed your chi is through yourself. The human self and body is the highest channel that chi occupies in this realm. It is the highest shrine, the highest form of technology for communication with the higher self and its revitalization. If we can take good care of ourselves and watch how we nourish our minds and bodies, our chi can consequently thrive. There is a belief attached to this, also within the frame of cultural context, which is that the more a person keeps to their Nso, the more their chi will thrive. Nso is a dual concept, where one meaning has a negative connotation, referring to avoidance or prohibition. That is, certain things a person should not engage in based on their cultural beliefs, context, or life path, while the other meaning has a positive connotation, referring to holy or sacred. That is, certain ways a person should preserve their essence or ways of being they should maintain for themselves. Again, sometimes based on their cultural context or life path, or even personal choices, as we have discussed earlier. The concept of Nso is used in various contexts, including purification rites and especially as personal devotion to godliness. It can be used in this sense to recharge or preserve one's chi energy. We suggest that a combination of some of these methods, by being consistent with Igbo Chi, Igbo Ofo, and Igbo Mo, personal meditation practices in Odinani can help anyone keep their chi, life force, fed, recharged, and revitalized with divine cosmic energy. These practices yield practical results due to the law of energy contribution, which is a cosmic law applied within indigenous realities which we have theorized concisely everywhere. Nso as a way to feed your chi. Nso is often misunderstood as simply a set of restrictive rules, but in reality, it can serve a much deeper purpose, feeding and nourishing your chi, your life force energy. Your chi, as we have stated earlier, is the spiritual force that guides your destiny, influences your decisions, and shapes your experiences. It is the most personal and intimate aspect of your spirituality, a connection between you and the cosmic mind of the universe, known as Etu or Uchechuku. To keep your chi strong, aligned, and receptive to your needs and desires, it is important to adhere to certain taboos, or Nso or Iwu, which are sacred to you and your chi, and may differ from person to person. What does it mean to feed your chi? Feeding your chi means nurturing, recharging, and empowering the energy of your spiritual essence to make sure that it remains active and beneficial in your life. Just as you feed your physical body to keep it healthy, feeding your chi involves maintaining a spiritual diet, one that is rich in reverence, observance, and conscious alignment with divine principles. When you adhere to your Nso, you are offering spiritual sustenance to your chi. This act of respect and discipline keeps your chi strong to guide you effectively and protect you from harm. It is through these taboos that you communicate your dedication, loyalty, and love to your chi, which in turn energizes and fortifies it to work in your favor. The significance of Nso in feeding your chi. Spiritual discipline. Nso represents the boundaries within which your spiritual discipline must operate. Observing these boundaries is less about restriction and more about channeling your spiritual energy in a way that is most beneficial to you. Every Nso you follow is a conscious decision to align with the sacred energy of your chi, to feed it with positive energy through your adherence. Energetic exchange. When you adhere to your Nso, you engage in a reciprocal relationship with your chi. This is an energetic exchange where your respect and discipline feed the chi, and in return, the chi provides you with guidance, protection, and blessings. This exchange keeps your spiritual energy in harmony, and it makes sure that your path remains clear and prosperous. Protection and guidance. Following your Nso ensures that you stay within the protective sphere of your chi. Violating these taboos weakens the connections and can lead to spiritual misalignment, opening you up to negative influences. You are effectively feeding your chi with the energy it needs to safeguard your life and steer you towards the true purpose by keeping your Nso. Personal alignment. Nso is highly personal and unique to each person. What might be a taboo for one person may not be for another. This individuality reflects the unique relationship between you and your chi. When you are aware and respectful of your specific Nso, you are honoring the specific needs and characteristics of your chi, which in turn keeps you aligned with your true self and purpose. How to keep your Nso or Iwu and feed your chi. Know your Nso. The first step in feeding your chi is to understand what Nso applies to you. This can be discovered through spiritual divination, guidance from elders, or personal observation of what affects you positively or negatively. Your community, family lineage, and personal experiences will all contribute to what is considered sacred to you. Conscious observance. Once you know your Nso, it is important to observe them consciously. This means integrating these practices into your daily life, not out of fear, but out of reverence and a desire to maintain spiritual harmony. Spiritual reflection. Regularly check on your relationship with your chi. Are you following your Nso? How does adhering to these taboos make you feel? Use this reflection to deepen your connection with your chi and adjust your practices as needed to maintain that connection. Express gratitude. Regularly express gratitude to your chi for the guidance and protection it offers. This can be through prayers, offerings, or simply living in a way that honors your Nso. Seek spiritual support. If you find it difficult to adhere to Nso or feel disconnected from your chi, seek guidance from a spiritual leader or dibia, traditional healer. They can provide insights and rituals to help you realign with your chi and reinforce your spiritual discipline. In conclusion, Nso is a spiritual practice that can feed and nourish your chi. When you keep it, you maintain a strong, harmonious relationship with your divine essence, making sure that it continues to guide, protect, and bless you throughout your life. This sacred observance is a cornerstone of Odinani. It offers a path to personal empowerment, spiritual fulfillment, and alignment with the cosmic order.